Hi there, Izzy from digitalgoja.com, and today we have a real treat. We have gotten a first-hand look of the new Sigma 24 to 35 millimeter Art Series f2.0 lens. That's right. This is a full frame zoom with a straight 2.0. First of its kind. What Sigma is doing here with their new Art Series is quite spectacular. We're talking about a lens that is going to allow every wedding and vocational photographer, event photographer, they're all going to be able to work with something like this as an all-around lens. It's a straight 2.0 in a full frame lens. You have now a nice wide angle without distortion, which is a 24 millimeter. You gotta remember, it's a really well constructed product. It's 18 elements in 13 groups. You have one fluoride lens for low dispersion, and you have two super low dispersion optics that are aspherical. Now, if you put this on something as spectacular as a 5DS, now you're gonna have the ultimate in an all-around optic in one swell package. Now, of course, everybody complains because we're dealing with a heavier product. This is almost 2 pounds worth of optic. But you have to consider the other parameters that are on the market right now that become a standard is the 35 millimeter 1.4 and the 24 millimeter 1.4 Art Series lenses. These combined are over 3 pounds. So would you rather walk around with these two guys or something like this? And if you happen to be an event photographer, most likely you're going to have your full frame camera. Of course, now we're dealing with a 50 megapixel, so even if you crop in, you're going to be able to get a lot more. Or if you have one of the new 7D Mark IIs, which is a 1.6 crop sensor, you put this guy on here and you have a little bit more magnification. So for you event and wedding photographers, this seems to be a pretty spectacular product. And because of the fact that we're dealing in a world now where 50 megapixels has started to become a standard, this is the optic that is going to allow you to prove to your customers and to your clients that this is a spectacular product. The images that you'll be able to create with this are going to be incredible. Remember, you have the full autofocus, which is ultrasonic. They maintain that feature in all their art lenses. Of course, it is compatible since it's a global lens system. It is compatible with their docking station, so you can do any firmware updates or adjustments yourself for all you photo enthusiasts and pro enthusiasts. And remember, you videographers, you have full-time manual focus, which is going to allow you to do some spectacular full 1080 video. And of course, in today's world, everybody's thinking of, hey, if I get this on a PL adapter or a micro four thirds, I can start doing some incredible 4K video in this kind of small package. Because honestly, considering that you're getting a nice perspective from 24 to 35, this is pretty small and pretty spectacular in a small package like this. Remember, your focusing distance is about 11 inches, but that's a technical term because that goes from the rear element to the sensor. What I recommend is I'm going to try out some shots and they'll be included later on. And I'm trying out this spectacular new Art Series lens from Sigma, of course. It's the 24 to 35 millimeter f2.0. And I am being able to capture and control my shots perfectly because my bokeh is fantastic. I can zero in on a close-up and blur out the background completely. Or remember, this has an f16 maximum stop down aperture, so if you photo enthusiasts need to close down some more, you're going to have to consider working with neutral density filters. But this obviously is going to give you a lot of creative capability, and that's nothing that I've brought into the picture when it comes to videographers, because remember, you have full-time focus, so you can control where your focus is constantly as you're doing your beautiful 1080 or even 4K video in today's market. And I'm going to get really close up on it. Wow, This lens allows me to get right up on it and control my depth of field, my bokeh we like to use in today's terms. Very impressive. I surely guarantee this as an all-around lens for you street photographers and also for the enthusiasts that are into macro shots and landscape. This is very adequate. And I want to try out the close-up capability. Remember, this says that we can get within 11 inches of the subject. Of course, the wind doesn't want to cooperate, but guess what? Being able to shoot at a wide aperture, I'm shooting all the way at 1/2000th of a second, and my goodness, you could use this lens as a macro lens also. Wow, quite a package. This is very impressive. Bokeh is going to be spectacular with something of this quality. So this is an incredible product. Again, price is to be determined, and the availability we're thinking about sometime in late July, early August, but later on we will have it in stock at our digitalgoja.com website for you. And remember, if you have any ideas for photography video, please subscribe to the link below, and remember to send us an email at video@digitalgoja.com. Happy shooting!